Go.
Hey guys, Kevin here with Gavin and Alec, and welcome to the first episode of the Problem Podcast. Gavin, Alec, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey there. I'm Gavin. Alec,
And
your turn.
I'm out.
Uh,
I'm Alec.
I'm Alec.
Shut up.
Okay.
Anyway, what the Problem Podcast is yep,
Is.
illiteracy at its finest. Pretty much what the Problem Podcast is going to be is a podcast, duh, of pretty much it's a gaming podcast, and we're gonna have our opinions and problems in the gaming industry so far. So for today's episode, we sort of have a topic. We usually won't, but pretty much we have all the games that are sort of coming out in 2014, 2015. Most of the games we like. We have a couple in there that we're sort of skeptical about, but yeah. So Gavin,
Yeah.
Alex, have anything else to say? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not much. So, what we're going to be starting with is we're going to talk about, as he said, a number of different upcoming games. And we're going to start with Far Cry 4, which comes out November 18th, I think, this year.
Yeah.
So, pretty soon, which I'm pretty hyped for. I don't know about
Yeah.
Alec.
I haven't played a Far Cry game before, but I saw the trailer and it looks really nice.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. So, for those of you who don't know what it is about, I guess, you are a man whose name doesn't come to my mind right now, and your native. Well, I'm trying to think how to explain it. Kevin, anything?
Well, pretty much Far Cry 3. I'm gonna go off what happened
Yeah.
with Far Cry 3.
Well,
Pretty
it's
much
not
you.
related though. Okay,
Well,
whatever.
I'm just gonna say sort of.
Yeah, just go ahead. Just go ahead.
Well, you're usually a guy, and it's sort of like a somewhat survival FPS with a pretty high MTV1 story. Far Cry 3 was a really good game. It was critically acclaimed. I don't know if it won any games of the year, but it was really good. So I can't wait to see what Ubisoft has with Far Cry 4. I can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun. I know it
Yeah,
will
I
be.
already pre-ordered it.
So pretty much for Far Cry 4, they're gonna have this mountain-ish type
I
setting.
think it's
Yeah.
set like in Nepal or.
No. It's in the Himalayas,
All right, so we'll
Yeah.
just say
India.
yeah.
There's elephants and stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, the antagonist looks awesome. I mean, who
Yeah.
doesn't who doesn't think a guy in a pink scoot? Yep.
Yeah, his name is Pagan, I think, or Pagan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
One
I'm gonna
thing
be
I
really intrigued. I'm sorry, Alec.
one thing I
First thing.
need one thing I think is fun to think about is the wildlife. That's always been a big part of the Far Cry series. And India has some nice wildlife. We've got elephants, that's seen in the trailer.
Which are rideable.
Tigers. Tigers are seen.
Yeah.
Tigers are seen. But what I'm really going to is to see what the setting is like, because Far Cry maps have always been really beautiful. I really liked
Huge
the
too.
island. Yeah,
Yeah, they
really huge
really
open
do.
worlds. A lot to do, a lot more than just the usual story mode. But Far Cry 3, the island, which name I am blanking on right now.
It's
I'm
Kyrat.
Kyrat. Okay, well that was really big and immersive, and it was so cool. All the different locations, when you went up and got on a satellite, and you saw three or four of the little main locations in that area. I thought that was really unique, and
Yeah.
I went to a lot of them, and they were really cool. Uh, there were enemy bases and stuff that you could
Yeah,
conquer.
one
Take
thing
over.
I think that's going to be prominent, monks. You know Himalayan monks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's going to be monk sanctuaries in the game that you can go up to.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd
Like
know.
up high on a mountain or something.
Yeah, because I mean, they're in the Himalayas. There's a lot of snowy mountains, and
Yeah.
I don't know if we've seen snow in a Far Cry game before.
I don't think so.
Afraid
They're all-
not.
They're all
Yeah,
pretty
because
tropical.
Far Cry 1 and 2 and 3 were all tropical. Well,
Yeah, so this might be
Yeah.
the first snow. And
Yeah, which is pretty
I
cool.
hope there's white tigers.
yeah.
Tigers.
Okay, so to follow up on what I said earlier, you go to Kyrat, which is, I'm reading right now, an untamed region of the player's home country to scatter his mother's ashes. Once there, he becomes caught up in a civil war as the people struggle under the despotic regime of self appointed King Pagan Min. This is the first one where the character is actually a native to the country, where he doesn't just land.
Go there for vacation.
Yeah, and the player is AJ Gale.
Mm,
spelled Ghale.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Far Cry 4, I'm really looking forward to. I didn't pre-order it yet. I probably should. Well, I mean, it's on next gen, and I know I can't run it
It's
for
on the
PC in
previous
real life.
gen too. It's on the previous gen.
Oh, it is?
It's on
Oh. PS3?
Windows, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One.
Alright. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to go and get myself Far Cry 4. I haven't beaten Far Cry 3 yet, and I hear it's really, really good.
Yeah.
I love Voss so far, and, like, the progression with him. I like how you have to, like, find all your friends. I know I'm talking about Far Cry 3, like, a last-gen game, but still, Far Cry 3 is a lot of fun, up to this point, so I can't wait for Far Cry 4.
Yeah, and I think I said this before. I haven't played any Far Cry games before, but Far Cry 4 is definitely one I'm going to check out if I
Yeah.
have this.
So there are different release dates. There's three different release dates. So I think if you're in the US or around our area, you will be getting the game on November 18th, which also
Yeah,
applies towards Europe. In Australia, though, you'll be getting it 2 days later on November 20th.
so sad. I cry. Uh,
And there will be three editions, I think, of the game. The limited edition with, I think, a DLC pack, which is for everyone who pre-orders it. There's the Kyrat edition, which includes, I think it's like a collector's edition, I guess. You know how they have like statues in some collector's editions?
yeah.
Something like that. They have a statue of the main antagonist, a map of Kyrat, a poster of sorts, a journal, and a collector's box, and the DLC. But it
Oh,
doesn't say the third. Oh, yeah, the third version is just a standard one.
oh man. Uh,
That
well,
is incredibly interesting.
that's a lot of stuff for the collector's edition, man. Oh man. So Far Cry 4, I bet the story is definitely gonna be great, like always, like any Far Cry game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
You want
great.
to know something that weirded me out about Far Cry 3?
Hmm.
I watched a lot of videos on it before we made this video
Yeah.
and this podcast.
Yeah.
And the snakes in the game. It says they're really venomous, but the poison doesn't do anything to you when they bite you.
I guess it doesn't apply towards it as much, but
Yeah, I want to see like venomous snakes though. I don't know about you guys, but snake jump scares, I hate.
the
I
worst
remember
jump
them.
scares in Far Cry 3 are the crocodile ones, probably,
Oh
where you're
yes.
swimming in the little ponds and then a
Yeah, I'm
crocodile.
gonna just wade around the stream a little. Ah, it's going.
Ah,
Yeah, and it's all so sudden.
I
oh.
know.
Sort of like sharks in Far Cry 3 too.
Yeah,
Oh, sharks.
sharks
Oh
were
man.
bad too.
Uh,
I the open ocean is just a horrible, horrible feeling. You know, anything could just loom out of the water.
Yeah.
Just a big dark shape. Mm.
I'm really hoping that Far Cry 4 is a lot like Far Cry 3, like the same huge open world, with a lot of like different stuff to find. Like I remember in Far Cry 3, you could find those little letters of the lost, I think, which related to the Vietnam War. I'm not sure,
Oh
but
yeah.
they all related to some war, and they had like little what's the word? Like statues, I think. They're just like really tiny, and then I think if you got all of them, you get an achievement, which
mm,
of course I went for, but never got. But yeah.
oh
Round of
man.
applause for Gavin failing to get yet another achievement.
Oh,
Yep. Oh
Yes,
god, I
golf
can't tell
applause.
you how many hours I've spent in Far Cry 3 and just any game to try and get all of the achievements and then completely giving up
I
because
mean,
it's taking too long.
Yeah, I
also,
tried to do that with Assassin's Creed 4, and I couldn't do the missions 100%.
thanks, Alex, for cutting me off there. Uh,
I'm
okay, well,
sorry. I'm sorry.
no, it's fine. But I was
Alright.
just gonna like add on like you don't even like even if you don't like if you already beat the story and like you have all the achievements, you could still explore the vast world
Yeah, there's
because
still a lot of shit to do.
yeah, there's always something new to do in Far Cry 3. Hopefully, it's just like in Far Cry 4. I hope the antagonist isn't like exactly like Voss, but like
Not
as
as
as Voss.
psychotic, but
I don't think he's gonna be as psychotic as Voss, but he seems very violent. Like
with
except
that
for
little whatever that was.
that
It looked
nice
like a golf tee.
that nice art cover art. That's just
Yeah, and in the trailer, that nice golf tee thing that he shanked the guy in the
oh
neck
my
with,
god, yeah.
that
I
was
saw,
awful.
oh, it's terrible. and that's why I want to play Far Cry 4 so bad. Oh man, but Far Cry 4, I think it's gonna have to be a must buy on next gen and current gen consoles. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys also didn't notice, in the background there is some gameplay of Far Cry 4 from what you saw at, I think, E3, which was the gameplay premiere, and that, I think, will have ended by the time I have already said this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll have something up, something else up other than the gameplay right now, but let's continue.
All right. Well, I guess for Far Cry 4, I don't know what else there is to say about it. I think we pretty much just proved our point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I just hope I can go up and hug a monk. Do
Come
monks
here.
hug? Do monks hug people?
Uh,
Maybe.
There's probably like
Probably.
a secret monk killing move where you hug someone and like squeeze them to death. So if you hug a monk, they're probably gonna think you're trying to murder them. So don't hug monks. Don't hug monks, kids. Don't do that.
Okay, so there is no rule in Thai Buddhism which forbids monks from hugging men. Wait, why does it have to be men? But they never do it. It's not customary. I'm gonna stop. Okay, so you're allowed to hug a monk.
I don't think we saw
The
physical.
more you know, guys. The more you know. If you ever go and see a monk, you're allowed to hug him.
I don't know, man.
Anyway, that'd be creepy just to hug a monk. Anyway, we're straying off topic.
Yeah,
I think we're pretty much done with Far Cry 4.
yeah,
Pretty
Yeah.
much, I think people just want to sort of be like Far Cry 3, like the way it was like introduced with like the big vast open world, great story, pretty much a better Far Cry 3. That's all we really want.
yeah.
So how about we go into our next game?
All right,
Uh,
we are moving on to Evolve now.
Oh yeah, evolve.
Which
Alec,
Alec is extremely hyped for. Alec, you can
Oh
take over the
god.
beginning of this one.
All right, evolve. It's a game, a
it is.
really interesting game. Yeah, it's made in CryEngine 3, and the basis of the game is there's four people and a large monster that eats smaller creatures in the environment to grow more powerful as the match progresses. And yeah, and the hunters, the
So
people,
it's
try to kill the monster.
it's
Yeah,
sort of
so
like a
basically
wing.
it's like multiplayer, and I think there's four players can play at a
Yep,
time.
four players,
Four hunters, I mean, four hunters.
four
And
hunters.
then there's one alien monster, which is the fifth player.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah. So the release date, I think, will be for everyone on February 10th of next year, which
yeah,
is kind of far, but yeah.
yeah.
Um, so should
What I'm
we talk a
excited
little
for, I'm
more about
excited.
the plot?
Well, first off, I just wanna
Yeah.
point out it's not February 10th. That's Dying Light, which
No, no,
I'm
it is
excited for.
February 10th.
No, it's February 16th. Whatever.
Oh, well,
We're
this has it
close.
wrong then.
You can have a brownie point.
Yes. Alright, so, we just went really quiet there. Alright, so, the only monsters I think that have been revealed to us yet are the Goliath and the Kraken. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to
That's
play as
it,
the
right?
Those are the
Kraken.
only two monsters revealed to us at this time. The Kraken is a large electronic squid thing.
Fucking
Uses a
cool as
lot of
shit.
electricity to attack stuff. It can fly, even though it doesn't really have wings. It's got weird tentacles. I just don't know if I don't know where this is going.
Oh.
Yeah, so we
Goliath, it can breathe fire. It's like a large ape, very primal looking,
yeah.
and it breathes fire and throws rocks at stuff.
Mm.
And
That
what I
sounds.
love
That sounds pretty
is
cool.
what I love is once you evolve into a new stage, I love how your appearance changes. I also love how after you take damage, uh,
It like
the
stays there.
monster, yeah, it stays there. You get bloody. You get pieces of your monster ripped off, stuff
Huh.
like that.
That sounds pretty sick.
That sounds
Yeah,
pretty cool. Okay, so we've seen, I think, two of the monsters, and I think there's 12 upcoming.
yeah,
Yeah,
12. Oh my
12.
god,
Uh,
12 monsters.
no, no, not. Wait. I'm trying to. I'm gonna look it up. So keep talking. But the hunters is has four classes. It's the trapper, the support, the medic, and the assault, and they can just apply to however you guys want to play. Um,
Well, I
there
mean,
will
no, not
be.
really. They all have their very specific
Yeah, but
roles. But The trapper
you
can
know.
make a large biodome to trap the monster in a specific area. He can also lay down harpoon spikes to limit the monster's movement.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I guess it's like really interesting that like Evolve is giving you so many choices on what kind of player you can be in the game. Like 12 monsters, that's a lot. That's a lot of
I'm not
monsters.
sure it's 12 though, but
Well, if
Well,
there
I
are
mean,
12,
don't take my word on it.
a lot.
But there
we're not
is
even.
12 hunters, and we've seen 8 of them.
Yeah. Well, the one thing that I think is very nice is DLC monsters. That's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So the monsters that come out at release, those aren't going to be the only
They'll
monsters.
be fucking OP. Um.
And then it goes silent. Oh
Yep.
man.
I shouldn't have said that.
Anyways, yeah, I really hope there's like a large bipedal predator, like a
Yeah.
Tyrannosaurus, because I just want to be able to step on people. That's all.
That's all I'm
That is
looking
all.
for.
uh,
You're like
like
the predator. A predator dog thing would be cool too.
yeah, yeah. I guess is that really it for Evolve? I mean,
I think that
there's not that much that we really know about Evolve yet,
Yeah.
but I guess
there's gameplay all over the
Yeah, I'll
place.
probably have something shown that you guys are probably seeing now and some pictures of the monsters and hunters.
Yeah,
yeah. So should we move on to our next game?
Sure.
let's
Alright,
do
All
it.
what
right.
is the next game?
Next
The
game,
next name is Quantum
Quantum
Break.
Break.
It's coming out
Oh
on December
god.
1st, 2014. So, Gavin is really hyped for the game.
Yeah, it looks fucking awesome. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. So basically, Quantum Break is like a third person action game, I guess. It's only on Xbox One, which really sucks because I'm too poor to afford an Xbox One. And I'll probably have some gameplay up right now, or what's been shown. And there isn't much to show about it. Like,
I mean, there's like the Easter
yeah,
egg
you can
trailer.
time travel. Well, basically, you time travel to. I don't even know how to explain it. You'll
You
you'll
sort of
see what
stop
I'm
time,
talking
right?
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
To yeah.
So, like, your character can move while the time is stopped and sort of see
Yeah.
what's going on. Yeah. It
So
sounds
sort of
interesting.
what's that movie? I don't
Yeah,
know.
so basically they use it to manipulate time, and one of them I think can see, yeah, it's the main antagonist, can see into the future, and that's pretty fucking cool. So that's probably
Yeah.
going to be hard. It's an action third person shooter, yeah.
It sounds like a very unique game for an action third person shooter. Like, usually a bunch of the action third person shooters just bang, bang, bang. But, like, Quantum Break sounds like really, really interesting.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
So I'm hoping you can like stop time, and I don't know, walk up to one of the enemies and snap their necks, and they can't
uh,
do anything about it because time is stopped. Because in
that
the
sounds like
trailer, I think, sorry to cut you off, Alec. In the trailer, they have, I think he stops time and gets the lady out of the explosion, which is pretty fucking cool. Um, yeah.
yeah. I think controlling time. That's a definite. That's a cool thing to have. Not many games do that. Super Hot is like the only game that I've seen that does that. And that's not even like a big game. And this is a big game,
Yeah.
yeah.
so that's fun.
I mean, it's gonna be, like, really
I mean,
interesting. Like,
let's admit this. If we could pause time, we'd do a lot of dirty things to a lot of hot people. All right.
Yeah.
uh,
I can't
So
I can't be dishonest.
DLC strip clubs.
I mean, I guess it's gonna be really interesting how, like, the layout of the maps are, if you can stop time, and, like, what different things you can do. I mean, you probably won't be able to stop time for, like, a very large amount of time.
Yeah, there's probably gonna be like a set
Yeah.
time that you can have, and
Yeah.
I'm hoping you can like upgrade that time as the game progresses.
Yeah, probably. There will probably be, like, upgrades and different stuff.
Upgrades are always nice in games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. 3 years in a row. That's nice. Quantum Break, another game that we don't know too much about, really.
Yeah,
They
because
haven't
they
come
haven't
out.
said a lot. They've only shown stuff in the trailer, which I mean, it still looks pretty promising.
Yeah, I know, but there's not that much. Again, it's coming out on December 31st, 2014 for only Xbox One, which is sort of sad. I mean,
I hate
they
games
could
like that. Like
They couldn't
I
even port it to like Xbox 360, which is the
nah
sad part. I
like
mean,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, the thing is with Xbox One only releases and PS4 only releases, like, it just sort of sucks because you really want all like the games to be multi-platform, but sadly they can't all be like that.
Yeah, because I think certain companies buy the licenses to the games.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
like
Sony and then Microsoft, you know.
if you know Bayonetta 2, it's only for Wii U, but
Yeah.
the only reason that Bayonetta 2 is for Wii U is because Nintendo paid for the development of the game. So if like Nintendo didn't even do any of that, there wouldn't even be a sequel to Bayonetta.
Yeah.
So, at least
That's
we're getting the game instead of not getting it at all. Because a lot of people really, really did want a sequel for Bayonetta.
yeah, and I'm sure that a lot of like this is just an example because it's coming to my head right now. I'm sure a lot of like let's say Xbox users wanted Last of Us on the
Yeah,
Xbox.
yeah.
I know I did so badly because I don't have a PS anything unless you count a PSP, I think. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I don't
that's funny.
that
Sony.
doesn't count.
Oh man, that nice PS Vita.
Yeah, I've never had any PS consoles unless you count the PSP. All
I
right,
feel
off
bad for the
topic.
PS Vita though.
What?
Like really, I feel bad for the PS Vita though. It's like it's like getting worse sales than Wii U,
It was
which
pretty hyped up, I
but then
will admit.
nobody bought it. Anyway, I guess we're sort of done with Quantum Break. Should we go over to our next game?
Yeah, the next game is The Order 1886.
A
What?
game that Gavin is really,
Yeah,
really hyped up.
again. So, yeah, it's a single player, I think, yeah, single player action game, action adventure actually, which only for PlayStation 4. So, I'm gonna have to either get a PS4 or go over to a friend's house and play it. But, yeah, it is released on February 20th of next year. Every
A little,
single good game.
little bit of a wait, but at least it's not like December
Yeah,
of
of next year.
2014. Yeah,
Yeah. So
I mean,
it's set in like London, I think. Yeah. Um where it's just I can't even explain it. Like I don't
it's
even
an
know where to
FPS.
start. Yeah, it's an FPS basically and an order of let's just say people um they're basically fighting monsters who are animals and men. Like I guess some fucking mad scientist shit. I don't
Well,
know.
Yeah,
that's always a
Oh
fun
no,
game.
it was humans took on steel traits. That's nice.
So this
Because
is a
it's an
game about
alternate
beefing out.
history. Exactly. It's an
All right.
alternate history London.
mm,
And then apparently a lot of people were afraid of these people. I would be too.
I don't know,
And
man.
then the,
Based on this
yeah.
game.
the group fucking I can't even
Well, I mean, do you think the game is going to be based more on gameplay, story, graphics? Like, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, considering the games that have come out for PS4 so far, next gen, they all look pretty good. I'm positive that it's gonna be really good graphics wise. Like
Yeah,
like Infamous, the newest one was awesome.
yeah.
Um, what else? Yeah, the story from what I've read and what I've seen is really detailed. Like I
Mm,
can't even go into full explanation because I know I'm going to say the wrong things and completely screw up the story. But if you guys want to check it out for yourselves whereas I don't screw it up, I'll leave a link to somewhere where you can read about it.
mm. In
Yeah.
the description.
Yeah.
Description.
I
um,
can't believe I forgot to say that. I feel like a moron.
the Order 1886 was like, wasn't it like going to like come out like earlier in like 2014, but then
Yeah, I think they delayed it.
yeah, they delayed it. So for more development time, do you know why? I think maybe
I just think they
like bugs.
yeah, probably or they just felt like they were going to be done at a certain time and then they just didn't have it done, so they
Mm,
delayed it. I mean, that's a common reason. Like, I think that's what happened with. It happened with something recently.
You know what? You know what I like about the Order 1886? I'm a big sucker for steampunk environments.
Yeah,
Steampunk is so wonderful.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know why.
Alec, I forgot you were here for a second.
Well, I've been
Oh,
here.
Oh, I've been here.
I've been here.
oh man. I
I
mean,
just don't have much to say. So,
I
Yeah,
don't know how much has really been shown for the Order 1886. There hasn't been that
not
much.
much.
I mean, really, it's just a PS4 exclusive. I don't know why it's PS4 exclusive. It doesn't really make any
Again,
sense.
yeah.
applies to Sony fucking buying it, but whatever. Or they're
I mean,
just
I
trying to
think
keep it
exclusive
there.
games are pretty stupid. I mean, who's gonna buy a PS4 just to play the game?
One
No one's.
game. I
I
mean,
mean, the only real game that's on one console that I actually want to play is Sunset Overdrive on the Xbox One. That game
yeah,
looks
that looks
awesome.
awesome. We could probably talk about that if we have
Okay.
At a
time. If we
later
have
date.
time.
I mean, I don't know that much about Sunset Overdrive. I just saw like the E3 trailer.
Yeah, maybe next episode.
That's it. Yeah, we
Next
should get some more
episode.
information on it.
Yeah. All right.
Also, if you
So,
don't know, episodes are weekly.
yep.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Most
every
likely every
Sunday.
Sunday.
if
If we're
if on Monday you don't crucify us, you haven't
uh,
crucified PewDiePie on Fridays with PewDiePie. Okay, whatever.
yo, let's move on to the next thing.
Uh,
The most
The next
awful
thing.
thing in the world.
Oh my god.
Alright, so basically,
uh,
guys, when we do this, we're gonna be talking about a lot of good things, and then there might be a few awful things.
Oh
And
man.
right
uh,
now is one of the awful things.
uh,
Disclaimer. We
this,
all love this company and the games they produced, but this game was not up to par
Oh my
with
this
god.
game.
anything else
It was
they
not hyped up to what it was supposed to be.
uh,
It was a total letdown.
Just like Watch Dogs.
I was about to say we're not talking about Watch Dogs. We are talking about the Elder Scrolls
Oh
Online.
my
Uh,
dear
Alec,
god.
you wanna start us off?
Alec,
Since
you
you're
could
a
just
big
Al,
go
Bethesda.
in.
hey, it's just no. The thing about the Elder Scrolls is that it's a very personal game. You always start out, you're a prisoner, you're put in a very specific situation. Like in the, I think it was, what was it, Morrowind? You were a prisoner and the king was trying to escape the city.
That
And the passage was out of your cell door
no,
to escape.
that was Oblivion. That was
That's
Oblivion.
Oblivion.
Yeah,
Or
Marlon was the third, Oblivion was the fourth.
that's Oblivion. Sorry.
Yeah, that's cool.
But the thing is, that's a personal thing. I mean, like, what are the chances that you're in that cell? But then with this, it just throws that down the gutter because there's all these morons jumping around all over the place.
And everyone's
And they,
fucking waiting for one specific thing to spawn over and over
yeah,
and
Yeah,
it
over
there's
so
will.
they can
It
grind.
overpopulates the world.
It's just like World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
I mean, I get it. An Elder Scrolls game as an MMO, it sounds amazing on paper, but you see it for real, it doesn't make sense. An Elder Scrolls game was meant to be single player, in my opinion. In
Yeah.
my opinion. I
yeah.
know there are a lot of people that love the Elder Scrolls Online, but for us three, we just don't. It's not up to par to any games that Bethesda's made recently, like Skyrim, Fallout
Skyrim,
3,
exactly.
Vegas. But the Elder Scrolls Online, it just making a multiplayer Elder Scrolls game, it's not right.
Yeah.
I don't
Really.
understand.
Like, I'd be
They,
okay with it if. Oh, sorry. I'd be okay with
they,
it. Alright, you go. You go. You go.
Daedric artifacts, you do the quests for the Daedra, and they give you a special artifact. That's like a thing. That's been a thing for a while.
But now everyone's gonna fucking have that.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you got the friggin' the Spellbreaker. I got that last week. See, it doesn't feel special.
Yeah, you
It doesn't
don't
feel like
feel.
you've accomplished anything.
Yeah, because
And one
everybody's
thing
done
that
it
really,
before you.
yeah, and then there's no sneaking system. That's completely. Even if you were
Awful.
trying to sneak, there's probably some moron who's just gonna be
Who's just gonna
bunny hopping.
aggro everyone?
Yeah, and then there's durability in the game. That's a thing. Durability in an Elder Scrolls game. No.
Huh.
I guess the closest thing we've had to durability is how long our enchantments last on our armor or swords.
Yeah.
Not
But I mean
just swords.
durability, no, that's no.
That's awful.
It's not meant for an Elder Scrolls game.
It's
A
really
lot
not.
of things in Elder Scrolls Online are not meant for an Elder Scrolls
Not
game.
at all.
Like, if you look at Skyrim, and then you look at Elder Scrolls Online, you... It's just not right.
The environments, they're not pretty at all.
Yeah, like in Skyrim, you could just walk around somewhere and you'll see
Yeah.
something that looks fucking awesome. But
Yeah,
in
you get
Elder Scrolls
environment.
Online, it's just
It's just like this big open field
pretty
with some
much. It's
caves.
just
Pretty much.
awful.
There's some cities dotting the landscape, and that's about it. It just doesn't come up to par with what we know and love about the Elder Scrolls.
I don't know what Bethesda was thinking. I really don't. They could
They
have
were
made the
thinking that they were going to get a ton of
an
money. They
amazing.
probably are going to get a ton of money.
They are making a ton of money, and they're gonna make a ton more money when it comes out on December 30th for Xbox One and PS4. So all those console suckers that think that Elder Scrolls Online is gonna be a great game are going,
Just like Skyrim.
oh man,
And
yeah, they're gonna think,
everyone
oh
who
my
already
god,
bought it
Skyrim
for
Online, a Skyrim MMO.
yeah, and everyone who already bought it for PC knows it's awful. They
But
know
they're
it's
not.
awful.
But
Me and
But
Gavin,
people still continue to buy it.
you can't convince somebody who hasn't played the Elder Scrolls Online yet that it's bad because everybody's gonna think it's amazing. They're gonna think it's a Skyrim MMO, but it isn't.
it's
Don't
not.
waste your
It's
money, please.
please don't.
Me and Gavin, we played.
I
We
played the
got
beta.
we got into the beta. No,
Awful.
the worlds they're literally like the blandest things. Like I understand they probably had to cut some corners graphically to make
Yeah.
up for all the people in the game, but
So you don't
no,
run on like 1 FPS a second.
it's completely horrible. It really, really is. And I mean, like the way you shoot, I don't.
It's
I think
awful.
I think it's auto targeting.
It is.
Oh my
Also,
god.
like there are, from what I've seen, there are a lot of bugs in the game as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Yeah, they
saw,
had a major gold duplication glitch in like the first. That stayed around for a while.
I remember I like the first time I spawned in and I walked around, I fell through the map and
oh
died.
my god. Well, I saw this glitch, where like there were two people, right, and they were about to finish like this really big boss, but because they were both there and there was only one crystal or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like so only one of them could get it, and then the other person would have to like walk all
Oh
the way
my
out,
god.
full dungeon over again. So it's not even made for co-op. An MMO that isn't made for like co-op, like for your
Yeah.
friends to come along with you. It doesn't make any sense. I really really hope Bethesda doesn't make another screw up like Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Bethesda needs to stay out of the MMO market.
I think they
Let
must realize that they really fucked up here.
yeah. I don't
yeah,
And
just
if
like
they
Google
don't,
Chrone probably realizes that freaking
Google Plus. Oh.
Google Plus. No.
Jesus.
Another
Yeah.
subject.
Yeah, they just
Talk
feel
about
like it.
for another day.
We'll talk about that
Yeah,
soon.
that's another. We don't talk about them.
We don't.
We
We
don't
act
even
like,
mention them.
We
we act
don't.
like they never happened.
Like, I'd be
Oh,
okay with it if it was Skyrim, like actually Skyrim, like everything from the Skyrim game implemented into a multiplayer game, but not every single person. Like, 4 players, that's all I want.
like a co-op.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a co op thing where they actually had a separate co op campaign set
That
for
Yeah, that's
you
something
guys do this, do that, whatever. Not, hey, you do this, and then everyone follows you.
that would be crazy.
That'd be
That
too
would be
much.
sick. But I
they
think
can't like too many people. Like if you could play with on like a LAN server with a friend, that would be all right if you both were on the same quest and you had everything smoothed out. But no, it's not like that at
Not
all.
at all.
no, no way.
They don't
Slick.
offer any support for someone who wants something different than what they've made because I don't think they care.
They don't.
No, this is what I
You
think.
know how much money? Oh my
Like-
god!
like-
This is literally just they're just making money. That's all they do. They don't care. Like you know how they're selling passes to get the horses.
Oh my
really quickly?
god. Why
And then
can't you
they're
just
they got the premium edition, and you can get the horses faster, and the horses are shit anyways.
I mean, like, the thing is, we.
They're just draining
gotta-
pockets.
They
I
really
know,
are.
I know, but like, it's their first MMO. I don't think Bethesda was made to be an MMO company. That's where Blizzard comes in.
Mhm.
But Bethesda needs to stick to single-player RPG games,
Which is
like
what
they did
they're
with Fallout
good at.
3 and the Elder Scrolls. Those are like some of the greatest like Western RPGs that are in this recent like generation of video games.
Yeah.
But like they just fucked up. with
They
the Elder
really
Scrolls
did.
Online.
This is a major fuck up.
And like, can't you like buy stuff with real money?
Yep.
Yeah,
Like-
you can.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't feel like a true Elder Scrolls game, and that's why it's so bad.
Okay, so you guys want me to let you in on something? All right, so I'm looking at the page now. They have two things: the standard edition and the digital imperial edition. All right, the standard
Whoa.
edition is just whatever everything's already been said to be. And then you have it for $60. Product
Uh,
$60.
details: 30 days of game time included. Subscription and account. Okay, let's focus on that word subscription.
Oh god.
Subscription.
oh,
It's like something crazy. $15 a month?
Yeah, and also a persistent internet connection is required to play. So if you have shit internet and you bought it, you're fucked.
uh-huh,
All right, now the second one that really, really makes me mad is the Digital Imperial Edition, which is
Oh.
just what I was already talking about, and also play as an Imperial. Okay,
Whoa. Like the
Imperial
most
White
bland of
Horse.
all the races. I wanted to
Okay,
play as
so
an
you can also get an Imperial Horse that you can summon
Woo.
and journey through Tamriel with increased speed. You can also get a vanity pet. You want to know what that pet is?
Fucking gopher or
A
something
fuck.
stupid.
Pretty close. It's a
Wait,
fucking mud crab.
it's a mud crab.
Explore
oh,
Tamriel with this vanity pet scuttling along by your side.
So it doesn't
Side.
even do anything. It's just for show.
Oh,
To
and you
see.
also get an experience bonus when you play with your friends because it's impossible to not play with your friends because you can't play by yourself.
the thing is though, like, I'm pretty sure they only put horses in the game because you have to buy horses with real money. I think they put horses in the game and made you slow, so you have to spend more money out of your pocket to buy horses to go faster in this terrible game.
It's not like you're already paying that because as even though it's already $60 or whatever, right? And I'm guessing horses cost a lot of money plus whatever you're already going to spend on other stuff, which I guess I could say equals up to 70 to $100. Uh the
They,
Digital Imperial Edition is $80 as is.
oh my god,
That's
And
awful.
one
Just
other
for
perk.
a horse
that's bullshit.
and
Really,
extra experience and a crab.
Actually, no. There's
oh
one
my god.
more major part to the Imperial thing. You
What?
can play whatever race on whatever alliance, which I know that's like so big. Everyone cares about that, right?
I'd be okay with
Because
it
I
if it was.
totally want to pay $80. Or what was it, 80?
Yeah,
Yeah,
$80.
it,
$80. So I can play as a Nord and fight for the free elves. Because I would be that's so funny.
Why can't I
No,
just do that in Skyrim
because
with a mod? Or if I'm on console, just do it myself.
yeah, I
uh,
mean
I
it's
could just
like,
go to GameStop and buy it for
and the thing
fucking
is that breaks
$10.
the whole role-playing aspect. These people are in these alliances, and that
Exactly.
just breaks the role-playing aspect to be able to be able
I'm
to
pretty
go into
sure
your
that
own
I'm pretty
alliance.
sure
yeah,
that's
it breaks the
considered
first.
fail RP.
Yeah, that is
Breaks.
fail RP. I mean, because you could be a Nord and you could be with the Thalmor, and that
Oh my
makes no
god.
sense.
Oh man, I mean, this is the thing. Like
Ugh.
pretty much like everything in the Elder Scrolls breaks the immersion out of the Elder Scrolls games. You're usually in a first-person perspective, like walking through the world of Tamriel, which is always beautiful. But I feel,
Nope.
I feel like
Not,
the world in Elder Scrolls Online, which I don't know what the name is. Is it like, is it still Skyrim or Morrowind or?
I don't
It's
even know at this point.
it's all of Tamriel
it's
actually.
so
But
in
of
this.
course, it's really low
I
resolution
wish
and
they could
crappy.
put that all into another game where you can go to all of Tamriel and not Skyrim Online, not Skyrim
But like
Online, but you know.
just I feel like the world was like not up to par with like I know it's like all of Tamriel, but I don't think like it should be such a big map. First off, it's gonna take forever. I mean, have you seen how long it takes to look through the whole map in Skyrim? If you really want to like do stuff, you have to buy a horse, which is another $15 out of your
If
pockets,
you want to get everywhere, you need a horse.
and you probably
Yeah.
need to get everywhere for all
There's
the
probably some
quests.
important quests in the game that require you to walk across like half the continent,
Yeah, that's probably what it is, so they can get you to play longer. That's probably
or to
like a
get you to buy
ploy.
a horse.
Yeah, true. So
Uh,
equals more money and yeah, just more money. I can't think of
Yeah,
anything
more
else.
money. That's one thing that I hate.
I mean,
A lot of game
yeah.
studios, they don't care. I mean,
the only thing I'm praying and hoping for is by Bethesda robbing millions of people, they're gonna make a decent game after the Elder Scrolls
Yeah,
Online.
maybe this was
yeah.
just like Not I'm not gonna say scam because that's kind of too much, but like
No, that's too
I
many
know. All right,
things.
let's just say a scam to get more money for the Elder Scrolls. What would be considered six or
Six.
seven? Because does this even
Six.
count?
No,
No.
no.
All right, so
No,
six.
just
Elder Scrolls 6 has to be good. Case closed.
And
If
the
four,
it
new
four,
Fallout
isn't,
game.
maybe
yeah, new
New Fallout
Fallout.
game, new
Fallout.
Elder Scrolls, they better be good.
They
Better
better.
than
You know what?
Skyrim, better than
No, while we're on this topic, let's talk about Elder Scrolls. Where do you think the
just the
next Elder
Skyrim.
Scrolls should take place?
Well, definitely in Tamriel, duh.
Yeah.
But
Well,
like
I
yeah,
can't think of
maybe
anywhere else.
somewhere on Nern, it's got to take place there. I would like personally either Elsewire or Black Marsh,
Mm. Black
because
Marsh
there's in
is
the lore in the
Argonians,
Black
right?
Marsh, it talks about giant lizard people, and I want to see giant lizard people. Like giants from Skyrim, but they're Argonians. Come on.
well, I
And
mean,
like the hist, that's the thing. There's hist trees. That's got to be like cool spiritual crap, man.
it's like even with all this bad reviews, it's not like Bethesda's going anywhere. They're always going to be making, of
Decent
course, above
games.
average games. Yeah, the Elder Scrolls has been around for a while now. The Fallout games that they have produced have been amazing. Fallout 3 and Fallout New
I just
Vegas
feel bad for all the
are great games.
sorry to interrupt you, but I just feel bad for all the Fallout players because we haven't gotten a new game in 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls, 3 years.
I
So
mean,
Bethesda is really prolonging what's going on.
Unless they really want to, like, bring the games out at sort of the same time. Yep, same time. Like maybe like a 2016 fall release, if that's what they're looking for, and like
I can
I
wait.
don't know.
If
I mean,
it's okay,
the
like
games better be good, because if they're not good, Bethesda is probably going to start going down the toilet.
it
they're
really
gonna go
is.
down the toilet.
And then another RPG company is going to totally take them over.
Yeah,
Uh,
because someone else can buy the rights to the Fallout
like
and Skyrim series.
Square Enix. Square Enix could probably
Yeah,
I know they haven't been doing well with the Final Fantasy games, but like
they could
they've sort of
redeem
done that with their
themselves. They
record
could
stuff. Yeah.
redeem themselves.
Yeah, easily.
But they're a Japanese company, and Skyrim's a Western RPG. Same with Fallout, and they're gonna pretty much change the whole entire thing. So we probably don't want Square
They're gonna
buying
make a
it.
new Daedric Prince called Senpai.
Notice me, Senpai.
Notice me, Senpai.
There's gonna be a whole
Like,
quest for you to like
oh my
smack
gosh, he's
him
gonna
so he
notice you.
notices you.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that. There's like people at shrines like cutting their wrists, doing all these horrible things, trying to get him to notice them. Like he's like a curse. He drives people mad, trying to do outlandish things to get people to notice them.
Elder Scrolls 6 confirmed. The Adventures of
Scrolls.
Senpai.
Senpai.
The quest of making Senpai notice you.
So Morrowind, Skyrim, then Senpai. Yes.
Yes.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I guess we're sort of done with our little rant of Elder Scrolls Online. So let's talk about the new TellTale games that are coming up. There are four or three.
Kenny,
Four, yeah,
no.
four.
Shut up.
Kenny.
Shh.
Kenny.
Shut up.
No.
He just wants Clementine to be safe.
Alright, so what should
don't
we...
get me going.
Stop, I almost
No.
cried, alright? No, I basically did cry.
Okay, so let's.
What?
I think the game that we don't know like the most about is like the. I don't know. I don't
The
know
two
a lot
newer
about
ones, Tales from the Borderlands
Borderlands.
and
Yeah.
Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
which I'm really excited for.
Let's talk about Borderlands first.
Yeah.
Because that's like the least that I really know about. So we could sort of get it down like quick and easy. Get it down quick and that's just never. Okay, so
Yeah.
Borderlands definitely gonna be great story based. I can't wait to see what Telltale is going to do to Borderlands. They've done great things with the Fables comics and The Walking Dead, so they're definitely gonna make a great game. Uh, I don't know why Telltale hasn't gotten the recognition it deserved until The Walking Dead, because I think
Exactly.
that their Back to the Future game was pretty good.
So do I.
They had a Back to the Future game?
Yeah,
Dude, I fucking played that shit. That was
it was great.
awesome.
It was great. But like they also made like a couple of Bone.
Yeah.
Jurassic
Bone was
Park.
the best comics I've
Yeah,
ever read.
Oh man,
I was
Bone
obsessed with
brings
them.
back my childhood.
First grade, man. First grade.
Phony Bone. There was Smiley Bone, I think.
Yeah, he
Trying
was the big tall one.
Yeah, and then Phony Bone. Phony Bone is my
He
favorite.
was
I
like
don't
the
know.
con artist, right?
Yeah.
Either way, let's get back on the topic.
Oh man.
Um,
So Borderlands definitely gonna be great story wise. The decisions are hopefully gonna be better. I think some of the decisions in The Walking Dead season 2 weren't up to par. For like The Wolf Among Us
yeah.
and The Walking Dead season 1. So hopefully they get that fixed.
Yeah.
But other than that, I know they're gonna make a great game for Borderlands. They would not.
Yeah, they wouldn't mess that up.
Because
Okay.
Telltale's been doing great.
Okay. So
Uh,
spoil. Oh, sorry.
well, you could do a spoiler.
Oh,
You just have to say spoiler warning
yeah.
before.
Okay.
The
So
spoiler warning,
spoiler warning.
please.
This game takes place after Borderlands 2. So yeah, if you don't want to hear like what I'm about to say, just skip a few seconds ahead, or I'll leave an annotation to where to skip to, because it'll only take. Oh my god, it'll only take a second. So the game takes place after Borderlands 2, which at
Yeah.
the end of Borderlands 2, you I guess kill the main antagonist,
Yeah.
which is pretty big. So yeah, back to what I was saying. So you control two different people, a con artist and a data miner. Fiona and I don't even know how to pronounce that. Reese.
That's gonna be really interesting because Telltale has never sort of dealt with like more than just one character at a time.
Yeah,
So hopefully they get their stuff right with the Borderlands game, and hopefully it doesn't turn out to be like a jumbled mess. Cause
Like
I don't think
Jurassic Park
Telltale would.
game.
I don't
If
think they'd
anyone,
release it if it was a mess.
Well, I don't know. I
I
mean,
mean,
they haven't had the best
Bethesda
games
did.
like in the past. They made like a Wallace and Gromit. I think they made a Wallace and
They
Gromit
made
game.
a lot of stuff that hasn't gotten a lot of recognition.
I know if you just like go on Steam and look at like the whole Telltale thing, you'll see like a lot of really unique stuff that nobody's really ever played.
Yeah,
Uh, but anyway, let's go back to Borderlands. So hopefully they don't mess up the whole entire two characters thing. I know they'll get their stuff together. They're Telltale. They're a great company. Uh, Again, I'm so glad they got popular because of The Walking Dead. Because if they were like, they would be a very, very underrated company by now if they didn't get the recognition they deserved.
yeah.
Does anybody else want to talk about Borderlands? Because I really don't know anything about
um,
about
I
it.
just hope they
Neither do
don't
I.
screw it up.
Yeah.
I guess it's sort of just like speculations on.
I mean, it's Borderlands. Borderlands, that's a great game.
Yeah, Borderlands 2 was. I think it was a game of the year, right?
Yeah.
I'm not
Uh,
positive.
I think he got like
Nominated.
40, 40, maybe 40 game of the
Yeah,
year.
at
Here,
least
let me see.
nominated for.
Uh, yeah, you could check that out. I mean, I know Telltale would not let Gearbox. They wouldn't let Gearbox down
No.
on one of their most popular series
Yeah.
because they're fucking Telltale. But like, oh man, I just can't wait. I'm definitely
Well, I
going to
mean,
play.
they already let down some people before with fans of Steven Spielberg's highest-grossing film. They weren't very happy. The Jurassic Park game that no one talks about because
This is where
obvious
Alec comes in.
I mean,
because
I thought it was okay. I thought.
Eh,
with like the only reason that the only people that I've seen play it, they only play it because they want to see dinosaurs in it. Because dinosaur games,
so it's like you.
there aren't a lot of good dinosaur games. I didn't play it because I thought it was shit.
Except the promising one that, the Stomping Lands that was considered to be a scam. Anyways, that pisses me off, but
It really does. But no, I really hope
yeah.
they're actually putting it into CryEngine 4 and not just sitting around with their thumbs up their asses.
Yeah, so apparently, I think there's been a Game of the Year, or this was Game of the Year. It got an 89 Metascore, but they did make a Game of the Year edition, so I'm just assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably. I mean, I know it wasn't like the best of 2013. That was definitely The Last of
12,
Us or
2012.
Bioshock. Oh, well,
Whatever.
close enough. But definitely for 2013, it was definitely a
Yeah.
race between Bioshock Infinite and The Last of Us, and I think The Last of Us won in the end. But
They were all
20,
still pretty big.
2012 Game of the Year was The Walking Dead Season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something.
Telltale's working in the right direction, I will bet.
They
You,
really,
you, you want to know something weird? I think
Hmm.
a lot of people. I don't think this is really spoiled, but you know how at the end of the first Walking Dead game, you have to leave Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or shoot him. I think
Uh, I
a
don't
lot
think
of
this is really much of a spoiler, but
Yeah, I think
the
everyone knows.
biggest and saddest decision in the game.
Yeah.
yeah, it is a pretty horrible decision, but I think a lot of people I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking
A lot of people are saying that if you
Here, you wanna? I was gonna say we should probably talk about The Walking Dead when we get to like speculations on Walking Dead season 3, but
yeah, we
about. But I
let's
mean,
just wait on that then.
can I
let's
Yeah,
let's kind of
Alec, you can just say whatever real quick.
yeah.
I'll finish what I was saying. A lot of people, like the great majority of people, chose to shoot Lee
Yeah.
at the end of that game. But like you know, it's gonna make you cry. But why do you do it?
Because it's the right decision.
Yeah.
You
You don't
know,
want to leave. You don't want to leave Lee to suffer. I mean, why would you do that? Clementine and Lee have had like one of the greatest relationships in gaming, one of the cutest ones ever,
I
and you're not
fucking
just gonna
yeah.
died.
let.
Thanks, Rule 34, for ruining that.
Oh my god. No, 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 no. Don't look that up. I know all of you who are watching this are looking that up right now.
Rule
Stop. Stop.
34,
Stop.
Clementine Lee,
Stop, 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 stop,
Walking
stop, stop, stop,
Dead,
stop, 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 stop,
Telltale.
Alec,
stop.
Alec, you're the worst person ever.
Okay, whoever's looking that up now, because I know a lot of you are, stop. Okay?
It's a bad decision.
You will cry. Please stop. I mean, even though you all basically shot Lee, please stop yourself.
But I mean, it was the right decision. You
Yeah.
don't want to leave, like, pretty much the only father Clementine has right now to suffer and become a zombie. You don't want that to happen.
Stop, stop, stop. Alright, let's move
Right
on.
with that. Right with that. It's
Okay.
just,
Anyway, let's go over to Game of Thrones.
By the
yeah,
way, Borderlands will be
uh,
on all platforms except for Mac and Linux, obviously.
woo.
Oh, that's sort of sad.
Sorry.
PC Master Race.
Alright, Game of Thrones. I seriously got
I'm the only
into.
one that watches Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I
But he
seriously.
watches it like religiously, so.
Yeah, I watched it. I think I went on a marathon for a full day and got through the entire most recent two seasons, I think.
You
Yeah,
watched
I
see
have
the
no.
280.
Yeah, I actually
No,
did. That's all I watched
you
for.
did.
No. So it's based on the book and yeah, it's just based on the book and the TV series, obviously.
So,
Um, and they don't say when it's being released, but I think it's being released around the same time as Borderlands.
It is being released here. It's being released on the 31st of December for 2014. So on the same day as Quantum Break.
Oh, hey guys. So we're back there. All right. So
oh boy.
they haven't really said much about it.
I think that's always kind of fun when they don't say much
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
some. It's just to expect it.
But the thing is, they can't not say much about a game for too long, otherwise all the hype dies down.
Yeah. Yeah. So as far as I tell, they haven't said a lot about it, but I'm imagining it takes place either before or after the TV series, I guess, because the TV series doesn't, or obviously doesn't
You
show the
scared me for
entire
a
book.
second. I thought you were gonna say like an event that happened, and I wouldn't know what you were talking about, and I would
No.
just have to go along with you. Go like,
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, yeah. After the thing that happened, the battle of what the fuck it's called.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay. So I'm just imagining that it takes place before or after the TV show does, because the TV show doesn't, as much as it does include the books, not as much as you'd like, because I've compared it to some of the books that I happen to have in my room somewhere, and it really doesn't follow it as much as you'd want it to be. But whatever, I can't really say much about it because they haven't said a lot about it.
Uh,
Well, one thing that I'm reading right now on the IGN webpage
Hmm.
is that it seems like it's gonna sort of be like the 400 Days DLC, where in every single chapter you play as a different character.
Ooh.
Because aren't there like different world or like different characters in
Yeah,
Game of
there's
Thrones, so
like,
you switch from different like cities and stuff
yeah, it always switches. Like, I
every
can't
other.
call them continents, they're like mini countries, I get. Not countries.
Yeah,
We'll just say cities, we'll just say cities. All on
but
one
yeah, so it
country.
seems like hopefully they do that well, because I mean the 400 days DLC for The Walking Dead was probably my least favorite in the Walking Dead series.
Yeah.
I don't think it was like up to par. I mean, I
Yeah,
know
it's
it's just
because you
like
don't have time to build relationships with the
Yeah,
characters.
I
because you
know.
only have them for one chapter and then they're
Yeah,
gone usually. But I mean, they did have Bonnie and whoever else in the most recent Walking
Yeah.
Dead game, but that doesn't really count because she's a bitch. Anyways, Kevin, keep talking.
yeah. I
How would they leave?
Telltale's Game of Thrones game joins other recent Game of Thrones projects, including browser-based MMO Game of Thrones, Seven Kingdoms by Big Point, and the Game of Thrones RPG from Atlas. Hopefully, I heard that the Game of Thrones RPG was not really good at all, but
Yeah, it
hopefully
was
Telltale
awful.
really gets the decisions down, because I hear there's like hopefully they don't do all like the naked like penis stuff that was in the
You
Oh,
know,
I was
you
just
don't
about to ask
actually
you that.
see a lot of dick in it. You don't. I think you see like one dick the entire time. I really hope they do though. Spoiler alert, and I know you guys don't watch the show, but there's this one part where one of the main characters, like he's captured and he goes like completely fucking insane, and they chop off his dick.
Oh,
That's funny.
That it was hilarious. But yeah.
Rule
So
34, Game of Thrones, dick getting cut off.
just look up Theon Greyjoy, I think. They don't show him cutting off his dick.
But he
Sorry,
just
Alec.
gets.
But yeah, so
Oh,
you don't see a lot of dick actually. You just see a lot of boobs. Can't
yeah.
complain.
So that's one thing I'm wondering. Are there gonna be sex scenes in the?
I'd hope
I don't know.
so. I mean, it
I
is
don't know.
a
I mean, there's
cartoonish.
I mean, if you
cartoonish.
remember the boobs from The Wolf Among Us when you were in the strip club, they weren't all that.
Mm-mm.
Why are we talking about boobs in a Telltale game? We should be speculating like what the amazing story
No,
is going to be like,
this
the
is
decision
important.
making.
Shh.
We're
But no,
awful.
we're talking out of all things, the boobs.
All right, let's move on.
See, the
Let's move
thing
on. We can't
is,
say
I
much
was
else.
in Grand Theft Auto 5. I was very disappointed by the nipple
Oh my
resolution.
Oh my
god.
It just didn't come up to par.
All right,
And this
let's.
is where everybody
And this is where
walks away
everybody
from
Turn
the
clips
off my
off.
podcast and
volume.
Guys,
says,
please stop. Please stop. Stay here with us.
"He
We
didn't
know
mean it. It
Don't
was just a
me.
joke."
he
I
does
didn't
this
mean.
a lot. You'll get used to it.
But I mean, I guess pretty much these Telltale games are going to be more speculation because they haven't really said that much. Now, these next two are going to be really big speculation because Telltale has pretty much said nothing
Oh,
about them. I feel like we should keep Walking Dead for last and start talking about The Wolf Among Us season two.
oh my
It's been
god.
it's been confirmed. The ending for The Wolf Among Us season one definitely was the cliffhanger. So we sort of all knew that there was going to be a season two anyway. I don't
Yeah.
want to spoil it because it is still sort of a new game, but even though Alex sort of
Well,
spoiled
if
some.
we do a
What did I
spoiler
say?
But
alert, if we do a spoiler, we will be sure to say spoiler alert so
so
you know when.
spoiler alert. We're gonna be saying spoiler alert
A lot.
sometimes. Anyway, so I mean, in the Walking Dead, The Wolf Among Us. Spoiler alert. In the end, you sort of figure out again if you really don't want to see this, you can always
I will leave an annotation. Please click on it if you don't want to hear anything because right now it's all coming out.
Okay, so pretty much in the end, you figure out that Nevea,
Narissa.
Narissa, you pretty much find out that like Narissa, there's this girl named Faith in the beginning of the game, in case you haven't played, and pretty much in the beginning of the game, she gets beheaded. And because of like this ribbon that the like little strippers are wearing in the game, and like if you pretty much take it off, then
Your head falls off. It's a whole mythical thing from a long time ago. I mean, I kind of figured it out throughout the game when they kept like saying or changing the subject when they're gonna pull it off, and then when spoiler alert, when they did actually pull it off, I was kind of happy that I was right
yeah.
for once. But continue, Kevin. Sorry to interrupt.
But anyway, so pretty much, Faith was a smart girl, and she pretty much what she did was
There's this thing. I'll just continue. There's
there's
this,
sort of
yeah,
yeah
glamour.
there's this thing called glamour in the game, and pretty much it's what keeps the fables because they're all animals. It turns them into like natural looking human
It's
beings.
basically camouflage.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's unique. I first off, I want to say I've never read the Fables comics, so pretty much when I played The Wolf Among Us, it was pretty new to me, and it was really interesting. So I don't know if I'm gonna read the comics, but they're probably really interesting and really cool. But I guess like sort of the detective aspect of the game was pretty cool.
That was awesome.
Like the mystery. I guess Telltale knows how to do a good mystery because I was always on the edge of my feet, on the edge of my
The edge
seat,
of your
on the
seat.
edge of
Yep.
on the edge of my seat. But
What was
in the
my
end, you
line
pretty much
again?
find out. You
That sounds like you have a really bad lisp. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time.
but pretty much in the end, you sort of realize that the person who is Narissa is actually a glamour because like pretty much people are selling fake glamour like in the black market, and you can like if you're already glamored, you can like use another glamour to look like this specific person.
It's
So
basically
pretty
how,
much
like, in the world today, sorry to interrupt, it's basically like how in the world today there's, like, cocaine, but it's, like, fucking laced with heroin, so it's not real cocaine.
like cocaine cookies where you eat the cocaine and like or you eat the
And
cocaine
it's
and
really
you eat the
heroin and you die.
oh.
Oh, God. Alright.
But anyway, we have spent like you're gonna have to make this annotation long because like they're gonna skip all this and be like, wow, that was really long. You must have talked a lot. But we're talking about like drugs. So pretty much you find out that Narissa is actually Faith glamored to look like Narissa. So she got out of being beheaded,
It
and
wasn't
it was
actually
actually
her.
really interesting. And we'll most likely find out more stuff in the season two. But now that we're sort
I
of
have
done with like
one
the backstory in
question.
season one,
Yeah, but at
let's
the
talk about
end,
season two.
I'm so sorry to keep like adding shit onto this, but I just had to say it. So basically, at the end, after talking to Narissa at the end of the game, after you do whatever the hell it is you want to do, and that, you talk to Narissa at the end of the game, and then you're left with a choice of either going after her to talk to her, because at that point, you should realize, if you have a proper working brain, that she's said a lot of stuff that relates to faith in the beginning of the game, and she eventually walks away, and you have the choice of either going after her or just staying
Dang.
there. And then once you do, either catch up with her or stay there. Which, of course, Bigby ends it with fucking lighting a cig, like usual. Then cuts to black, and we're left with nothing. So,
Not even like an ending cutscene after the credits, like
no,
with Walking Dead season one.
disappointing.
But I mean, it's for suspense. Like I can't wait to find out what happens in the beginning of season two. Like, pretty much what I think is gonna happen in season two is, well, the thing is, I don't know what they're gonna do because if you killed the Crooked Man, then it's totally gonna be different. But if you kept him alive, I don't know if that's gonna
Yeah, you
be
could just like keep
big
him
in
in
the
jail.
story. Yeah, it's like the decision that nobody picked. But if you did it, then
Yeah, don't you rip
what's
off
gonna
his
happen
head?
in the story? You can rip off his head or just throw him down the wishing well, or you can keep him in jail and let him live. I know you ripped off his
Of
head like a
course.
like a fucking badass.
Dude was a
But
dick, what can I say?
yeah, he was sort of being a dick. He tried to kill you. In
Multiple times.
Just a little
Just
bit.
by
Just a little.
sending people after you because he's a baby.
oh wait, this is more spoilers, and we're gonna have to
Oh god.
probably let it
The
take.
annotation is gonna be so long.
Whatever. Well, it's gonna like the
Yeah.
time is gonna be like it's gonna be 10 minutes later, and people are gonna be like, "What the fuck were they talking about
And then you're
for
gonna go
ten
back
minutes?"
and then they're gonna be like, why didn't you give us an annotation?
uh, Anyway, so now I guess we should do speculations for season two. So I don't think the Crooked Man is gonna be big in the story. Actually, now that I think about it, because if you killed him, then he wouldn't be there at all, and if you let him live, then
He
the story
might
would be
be there.
totally different. Yeah, but I don't think Telltale would make two separate stories for if you lived, if you let the Crooked Man live, and if you let him die.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
it doesn't make any sense. There are still like the other henchmen of the Crooked Man roaming around, like there could be Tweedledee and Tweedledum, or just Tweedledee if with the
yeah.
choices you made. I don't want to spoil that. It's not really that big because they don't really come up again in the story. But still, I think you sort of know where I'm going with that.
Yeah.
I think that maybe Narissa is gonna play a really big part in the story for season two. Snow might take a little bit of a backdrop. Uh, is Crane dead? No, he's not dead.
No.
I think Crane might become bigger in the story. Uh, who you sent in the farm might not be that important, but
Yeah, don't you
uh,
send Toad to the farm?
you have a choice to send him or not. You also have a choice to send Colin to the farm or not.
Yeah, I wouldn't
What
send
I did
Colin.
was I didn't send anybody to the farm. I guess I'm too nice in those in Telltale games. Like I don't know. I always like act like the good guy in a Telltale
I
game.
played
I
two
don't.
separate playthroughs. One where I was a complete douchebag, and another one where I was being nice. And they're really different.
Yeah, I can sort of tell
Yeah, you
why.
can imagine.
Yeah. Uh, I know. Like in the end, if you never mind, because I don't want Gavin's annotation to be any
Yeah,
longer.
so
We're not
let's
speculating.
not say anything
Well,
else.
on the subject of
Yeah, I'll better just.
talking about the crooked man not playing a big part because of the difference, there's a lot of different choices could be made in The Walking Dead, and
Exactly.
there's a ton of different outcomes for that game, and
In The Walking Dead.
yeah,
Let's just
there's
move on
like
to The
eight
Walking Dead now,
there's
cause
like eight
Wait,
different
well, we didn't
endings.
even. Wait, why are you the Crooked Man in The Walking Dead? What are you
No,
talking about?
Kevin.
wait a minute, wait a minute. What
Yeah,
does that
Alec
have to
was
do with that?
No, Alec was like, no, Alec was like, so the things that you do with the Crooked Man, that would totally change the way in The Walking Dead.
No,
I
I
swear to
didn't
God,
say
you
that.
said that.
I
We'll
did not
see.
say
We'll
that.
see when I release the
No,
video.
but I mean, we did. I mean, I
What I
guess.
what I meant to say is that, like with the Crooked Man, if you can kill him or not, and how he's not going to play a big role in the story because the games would be completely different if he played a big role in the second game,
Yeah.
in the second season. I'm relating that to the ending of The Walking Dead, the multiple endings, and how they all lead in
Which
very
one?
different directions.
Which Walking
I
Dead are we
feel like
talking about?
okay,
All of them.
season two.
Oh,
They're
season
talking.
two.
He's talking about season two and how there are like 8 different endings.
Yeah.
But I think also for The Wolf Among Us season two, maybe Big B. I don't know what's really gonna change with Big B. If you chose to do the really bad ending, or not like the really, but like the really gruesome ending, for the end of The Wolf Among Us,
Ripping
it
off
says
his
like
head.
everybody's afraid of the big bad wolf. What if people like don't talk to you anymore and are scared to like talk
Yeah,
to you and
Snow
even
doesn't
ask
talk to you.
sensitive
If you do
questions?
that one, Snow doesn't talk to you. Like, you try to talk to her, and she gives you, like, I think it's either one worded answers or she just doesn't reply.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Ugh. I mean, what are you gonna do? Hopefully, it doesn't make like the story a pain and everybody gets annoyed because you aren't getting the answers and maybe you think the episodes are running slow. Hopefully, Telltale doesn't make The Wolf Among Us season two a bad, like, just like a bad sequel to the game. Uh, if I'm gonna rate Telltale games, like the games that like they made, I'd probably put like number three, uh, The Wolf Among Us, number two, The Walking Dead season two, and number one, The Walking Dead season one.
Yeah.
Uh, because I think Lee is my favorite character out of all the characters that Telltale's created.
I think he's my favorite character in any game,
You know,
honestly. I mean, I've
Lee
liked a
was
lot of
I don't know,
characters,
man.
but
Lee was a cool, respectful guy, but he was also a badass at times. Like when you were going to get Clementine, like he just walked through that horde of zombies and started like knifing everything, and that cool music was in the background. He's like, ah yeah, ah yeah, sick as fuck.
alright.
Uh,
I don't know about you guys. I think the Dennis Nedry cameo for like 2 seconds, I think that makes him a pretty cool character, in my opinion.
And the coolest part about Lee, if you cut off his arm, he goes up a whole like
Yeah, he
six
goes up a
stories
fucking
up a
gigantic
ladder with
ladder.
Oh,
one hand.
fucking badass.
Yeah. And then he jumps from a church, like a church tower, to the roof of the hospital with one arm. Who's a badass?
Oh,
Lee.
but I don't know, man. Jumping doesn't
Doesn't Ben
require
fall
arm strength.
Uh,
at that
yeah.
point?
Not
Fucking
not in the
dick
church
for
tower,
brains.
but
No, no, no. I think in the church tower, he
You can
he
have the
can
choice
choose
you can
to
to
have the
stay.
drop
choice.
him.
Yeah, but like it's a different church tower in episode 5 where like he jumps from it and he only has one arm and it's sick as fuck. Oh, whatever.
And you really stupid.
The thing is, I felt so bad for Ben at that like time. Like he was like, you can just kill me. I've always been the idiot of the group. Just kill me now. And I was like, no.
But Ben was a total dick. I mean, like he sold him out to the
Look,
fucking bandits.
Oh yeah, and
look.
then there
Ben
was also the point.
was a little idiot
There
sometimes,
was
but
also
like,
the point where Clementine was near all the zombies with Ben, and then Ben fucking ran away. Fucking pussy. That made
So
me so mad.
yeah.
don't run away.
And then like when he was selling stuff to the bandits, because like, well, I mean, he thought they had his friend, so it sort of makes sense. But still, Ben, don't be an
Nah,
idiot.
man,
It's
they're
a
fucking
zombie apocalypse.
bandits.
Your supplies are the most important part.
You don't need fucking.
They like through the entire story they wanted to make Ben look like the guy that everybody hated, but then at the end when you could give him the decision to die or not, it's like, oh my god.
Even if you do like save him, he still, I guess, dies. Ah,
And the
that
thing is, like,
sucks. We never got the choice to
what?
ask Kenny in season. Fuck. Spoiler alert. Season 2 on what the fuck happened to Ben and how Kenny got out.
Oh yeah, you did. In episode 2, Kenny tells you like what happens. Like he used his bullet to shoot Ben because that was his biggest fear to turn into a walker. And then Kenny like used I think he said like he used his gun to like hit a walker and then he had some space to run away.
Oh.
And then like Sarita, the girl that was with Kenny, was like, when I found him, he was crazy. He was just sitting in the diner all alone. Oh my god, like when I think
And
about that,
Kenny was all like, "Yeah, it's a woman with boobs. I miss my wife."
the thing is, so
Oh.
Kenny's been through so much, and
He
it's makes me
has.
feel so bad about him. Oh, Gavin, I don't want to give you another spoiler, but I need to talk about it.
Alright, spoiler alert, everyone. Again, we're really
Kenny's
sorry, but.
Kenny's wife kills herself. You have to kill Doc. Kenny Sarita dies. Everybody that Kenny Lee dies. Everybody that Kenny
Has
has ever
known
cared
in the apocalypse
except for Clementine
is dead.
has died. He
And then
And he's
and
been around for a lot of them.
and then I guess I'll just keep the spoiler train going. But then in the episode 5 of season 2, Mark, uh, the Russian guy, it starts with a V, right? Uh,
Oh, how am I not
uh
remembering it?
my name is.
uh,
But then
wears a purple
Bonnie,
flak
Bonnie
jacket.
and Mike, and then the Russian guy. I feel so bad about blanking his name out right now. But they leave you, uh, Jane and Kenny in the
And
house.
he shoots you.
Yeah, he shoots you. The Russian guy. He shoots you anyway. Even if you say I'll go with you, he still shoots you.
Yeah. And, yeah. I,
Uh huh.
I'm trying to remember what his name is. Jesus.
Vlad. No, it's not fucking Vlad. Maybe.
Whatever. Okay. I mean, like, I guess his name isn't the most. Like, it's not like the most important thing right now.
Yeah.
But
I'll probably think of it eventually, but let's continue. So yeah, as you can tell, we already moved on to season 2.
yeah, I mean,
It's Arvo.
So,
Arvo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my.
When
How is that
Arvo.
freaking like V?
Arvo.
Someone's saying that in season 3 you play as Alvin Jr. That'd be fucking cool. But
I think you're gonna play as Clementine.
But I hope he plays Clementine.
He plays. I'm
Because
pretty sure you're gonna play as Clementine.
see, the thing is, I mean,
Now,
there's so many different endings, but they could do very subtle things to
like, I
wrap
feel
it
like,
all together into
yeah,
one
like
story.
I feel like no matter what, they're all going to spoiler
yeah, I know, and
alert.
I've talked to you a lot about this, Kevin. We've had a lot of
Yeah,
arguments
we've
about
had.
it.
I feel like they're all going. I guess Gavin, you can put your
And
story in if
I'm leaning
if you
towards
have an
your side
opinion.
now.
like pretty much no matter what, they all get to Wellington. So if you're with Kenny and you go to Wellington, you have to wait a couple of months. They survive, and then you go into Wellington. If you're with Jane and you go to Hose, then Hose, then you go to Hose. Like run out of supplies, so you go back north to find some supplies, and you find Wellington. If you're alone with Clem, Clem finds Wellington, and in Wellington, all hell breaks loose.
It's gonna be
And
like Terminus in the show, where they're all gonna be like cannibals.
you know what would be a really sick location if they went to it in season three?
Hmm.
What?
Woodbury.
Yes.
You know who I really think is going to come back in season
Who?
three? Glenn and
Oh
Lily.
yes.
We haven't known anything about them since season one, and they're both. We don't know if they're alive or
Okay,
dead.
I'm gonna be
But
honest. Okay, keep talking.
Glenn
I
and
have
Lily
speculations on that.
could be alive.
I have my own
I
speculations
mean,
on that, but I don't.
I sort of have a side. I
Go ahead.
if they go to Woodbury, then I'm pretty sure Lily's going to be there. Just saying. I
Yeah.
don't know if that was what you were
Yeah,
thinking.
because
Uh,
there is a book. Sorry to interrupt. There is a
yeah, the
book,
graphic novel.
The Road to Woodbury, I think, and
Okay.
everyone thinks that she's on the. Oh my God,
The
that
cover.
she's on the cover and in the the comics.
The com-
Uh,
there was a girl named Lily,
yeah,
and like
and I think there was someone who looked like her. I don't know. Whatever.
but like she was with like another group,
Yeah,
right? Like
she was with
she
the
was telling
governor.
them what
She was with
to
the
do.
governor, I think.
Yeah, but then she killed the
She killed someone.
spoiler. She killed the governor. I'm sorry, Gavin.
What? Oh
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
I the whole spoiler. Anyway, so I think I just hit my mic there. Anyway, so pretty much what they say is that was Lily who killed the governor, and then like she was like telling like a group of people. I think it Rick's group,
I don't know. I don't know if it happened in the show. I
but
don't.
no, but in the comics she was like, keep on shooting and just run that way. So now it's like she's leading another group because she was sort of like the leader of the season one group,
Only for a bit
but
though, until Lee stepped up, I guess. But
yo, Lee was a badass right there. Put the gun down now.
oh God, those model swaps. Anyways,
Oh, I remember that.
yeah. So continuing on what I was saying earlier, like I have my own speculations on what you said, which I guess we have the same one for Lily. But what I was thinking is, and this may sound a little stupid, but I don't really care. And I'm pretty sure that other people have thought of this too, or at least like given it a chance. That when Glenn leaves in season one, he's going to Rick's group. I mean, Rick isn't there probably at the time because I think we see Glenn in
Yeah,
the
Glenn
show.
did Atlanta
Yeah,
before Rick was
with
there.
the original Rick's group, I guess. And I think he's going there, and that's the beginning of when season one of the show is. I don't know, but that's just a thought.
That sounds
I don't even know
realistic.
if the show and the game
Yeah,
are related that
the
much.
show.
I mean, the game and the comic, I think they could be related on some level with
Yeah, I
Lily.
think the only parts of the game and show that are related mostly relate to Glenn because Glenn is in all three: the game, the show, and the comic. He's the only person.
Well, isn't Herschel too?
I th- I don't know about
Herschel and Glenn.
I don't know about all three, but
Well, I know Herschel's in the.
yeah.
Okay.
Herschel Green, he's so
What I don't
nice.
get is why Herschel was only like in The Walking Dead season one for like a clean 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I feel like those three, or just Sean and Herschel, not the other guy who's like fat and looks like
Chet.
he had Down syndrome.
Oh, it's
But
hot this night.
I thought we were gonna get eaten. Like, oh, okay.
But it's hot this night, so that gives me the strength to continue living.
But like maybe Sean Herschel could have joined the group and like become like really cool people.
Still don't understand how Lee managed to push the car with his leg, but whatever. Um all right.
But okay, so I
He's
mean,
got that inner power.
I really do feel like all hell's gonna break loose in Wellington though, and that's where the story's really gonna be set though. But I mean, then maybe
Oh
Clem.
my god, no.
Hmm,
I
Alec
did.
just jizzed his pants.
Okay, you know how there's walls?
Yeah.
What if the walls made it so they couldn't get out? Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the door
Wellington.
gets blocked, they're stuck in there with zombies. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure if like people are getting like killed in there, they can't really hear much about it because who's gonna go out so they can talk to other survivors about a certain place? I mean, I guess that's all right, but
Well,
there's
they're
a
gonna need
good
to go out to
chance.
go to like get
Yeah, but
supplies.
there's a
So
good
they can
chance you're
find
gonna get
them.
fucking shot right when they see you. But whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, like, once you get in there, something happens, and then zombies get in, and then they can't get out because of the walls or some shit. I don't know. The doors, like a rope could break.
I don't know about. Sorry, I'll keep
Like, you
talking.
know how the doors were opening?
Yeah,
They get shut and open. I don't know how that happened. I think it's rope because they probably don't have like freaking electronic doors. I mean, they radios I can see that, but not electronic doors. So I don't know. I
batteries.
think they're gonna get trapped in Wellington.
Yeah. What I was thinking though is like, I don't think it's gonna be zombies though because they're in the north, right? And
Yeah.
since it's all
Well,
like
I mean,
cold and shit, the zombies from I think what I've
well,
heard is
remember,
they like fucking freeze up.
remember how in like pretty much the final part of season 2, episode 5, when the car like broke down. Uh, well, Jane and Kenny were all like, "Oh my God, the zombies aren't like slow
Oh
yet," and
yeah.
stupid stuff.
So
So,
we'll have
and
to
plus
see.
there really wasn't any snow on the hill when Kenny, Alvin
Oh
Jr.
Yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah,
maybe it
yeah.
hasn't like reached towards there yet.
Or maybe it's getting to be spring.
Yeah, maybe they like already.
Maybe just maybe.
I'm trying to think.
I don't know. Would it be better to be in freaking cold in a cold place or a hot place?
It would be safe to be in a hot
Yeah,
place
because there's more of a
because first off,
chance
you're gonna
for
get
you to
thirsty.
freeze. Not freeze, but there's more of a chance for you to die in the cold. Like
Well,
frostbite.
I mean,
Yeah, and I mean like hot places. Zombies they aren't alive in there. They're rotting. So
Yeah.
I don't
no,
know.
but no, I
If
mean,
if you're sitting in the hot sun and you're like a dead body, if you were a dead body, you that would, the hot sun and all the insects in hot places, they would rot really quickly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Zombies are already rotted, but
Theoretically, if you were a dead body,
but it would also be easier in the north because first off, less zombies because they're gonna die to freeze, and also more
they're already.
supplies because more people are going down south where it's hot, so they survive. But I mean, I don't know.
But
Also in the south, because
people are
the south is more populated because they have places like Texas, Arizona, Southern California,
New
South
York.
in general.
why
New
can't we
York
get to
is
the east?
populated.
Well, the east is usually where it starts, like the southeast, like Atlanta and stuff.
No, but I'm talking about the east.
So,
Why does it always have to start in America? Why is it always in America?
America's stupid, that's why.
Which is
Sorry
why
for
we're
all
gonna get
you.
attacked by the fucking zombie virus every goddamn
I
time.
still don't understand how in like every zombie related show, game, comic, whatever, uh everyone's dead. Like, are you people? I mean, yeah, I guess there's the potential of
Yeah.
zombies overwhelming you, but if it's just you and one zombie, are you not gonna hear it or like recognize that it's near you and move away? Or are you just
I
gonna like
mean,
stand there and let it bite you?
also in most games, like other than The Last of Us, where it's actually sort of realistic, the government doesn't even do a thing
Yeah,
about it.
they're.
Like, when was the last time you saw the government actually patrolling and trying to kill all the zombies? Now, in The Last of
Oh
Us,
yeah,
I mean,
that was
the
there.
the government was crazy and was like, everybody's infected, like in the beginning of the game, and like
Fucking killing
he
everyone.
shot he
The
shot the
main.
government guy killed Joel's daughter. Like in the first 15 minutes of the game,
That was awful.
nobody expected that. But then also nobody expected that after that it would be like 20 years
Yeah,
later.
why 20? Could you not like give it like 5 or 10? But whatever.
Well, I mean, they want to sort of like,
Yeah, I know.
I guess, make it so. Because I mean, how else would they have like clickers and stuff?
Yeah,
So I mean,
whatever.
Clickers are like the creepiest fucking things, man.
I guess we're sort of off topic of The Walking Dead. So I think we're sort of
So,
I think we're pretty much close to being done here. Because we've
we've,
covered everything that we wanted to cover. I mean, there's still some more for us to
we've
cover.
accomplished our objective.
Yay.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Oh God.
oh, oh man, this was really fun.
Yeah,
Actually,
I'm glad
being
we're
the
doing
first
this. I
ever
can't wait to do
podcast.
this.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is gonna be great. I guess right now is sort of just like the news stuff of like what the podcast is gonna be. Sort of like, I mean, we do have the Problem Podcast Twitter if you want to go check that
I will
out.
leave a link in the description.
Which no one will check out.
I mean,
We had a
remember.
lot of problems with that today.
Oh man, we don't even want to talk about it.
Podcast.
But also, don't forget that the podcast will mostly be uploaded every Sunday. If it's on Monday, if it's on Saturday, don't be mad. That's a day early, so calm down about that.
Yeah,
But
calm your tits, man.
oh man,
It'll
this
most
was really
likely
fun.
only be. Sorry to interrupt, but it'll most likely only be out on Saturday if we all have like enough time to do this because we're almost an hour and 30 minutes in, which is I think around the time that we expected it to be. Actually, 5 more minutes.
Yeah,
But what I was
I mean,
saying was so if it's uploaded on Saturday, it's mostly because we have the time
yeah,
and
maybe we're busy on Sunday.
yeah. So we'll tend to upload on Sundays. Uh,
Mostly weekends, I
yeah.
guess.
So good way to start off, or a good way to have your weekend, I guess, if you like it.
If you even care.
Also, if people are actually watching the podcast, you can always go on the comment section down below and comment us like a topic that we could talk about, or maybe a question that you want answered, and we'll try to answer it in the best of our ability. But I guess
Or
that's
even
really
just
it.
drop
Oh,
some
Ask me
feedback
about
too.
where babies come from.
yeah,
Please ask him where babies come from. Alec has the greatest description.
Yes, I will. Oh, I'll dig out some fucking diagrams.
And this
Di-
is where it happens.
this is how it goes down.
gaming podcast to a sex channel, and this is how
Yes.
And
babies
this is how we get striked. I mean,
And
flagged.
this is how you do the Mississippi mud flap. Step by step.
step by step. And we have like actors and everything. Oh, okay. We're gaming
We
podcast.
gotta make this
Calm
in
down.
Unity.
Aw.
Microsoft Paint.
Unity, yes.
But this is really
Yeah.
fun. I mean, this first episode was really fun. I just love sitting down and like talking.
Because
Yeah.
we just do this. We
Just
actually do this
video
a
games.
lot, but we haven't ever recorded it or even thought of doing it.
We just talk.
We just randomly talk, and then someone brings up something, and then we get into. We usually get into like huge arguments, or we all
Like
like.
today, like earlier today, we were talking about some of these topics, like the Elder
Oh
Scrolls
my God,
Online,
we talked
and
for
like
an
we had
hour.
like
Google
a
Chrome.
2 hour, we had a 2 hour conversation about yeah,
Google
about like
Chrome corrupting
yeah,
the internet.
I meant Google Plus. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
Google
stupid.
Plus corrupting the internet. We talked for like 2 hours about that today, or yesterday
other
actually.
things like the YouTube copyright system.
Oh yeah, cause it's fucking a.m.
It's
right
3
now.
a.m. here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
2 a.m.
2
where
a.m.
Alec
where I am.
is. Oh man. Well, this was really fun. I really do hope that we get to do more of these. Don't forget to leave a like, and if you really did like the content that we were providing, remember that we will have podcasts out every Saturday or Sunday, most likely Sunday, and maybe sometimes a little stuff in between.
Yeah,
But anyway, I guess that's really it. I'm Kevin,
I'm Gavin.
I'm out. I'm
Fuck you,
out.
Alec.
Fuck you,
and
Gavin.
I guess it's the end of the Problem Podcast.
Yeah.
So
And
anyway.
before we go, make sure to mail Kevin a ton of anthrax. We'll put his address in the description. And make sure to swat his house.
Yes, please do that.
Please
That's
swat
amazing.
Kevin's house.
Oh man.
Oh God.
But really, truly and genuinely, we really do hope that you like the
Yeah.
podcast.
Really.
Leave a like, subscribe if you really like the content. Remember, podcasts will be uploaded weekly. Uh, Usually a lot better than most podcasts, which are uploaded like every other week or once a month. And also, we are doing this in like an hour to 2 hour time slot, which is really long for a podcast. Like a 2 hour podcast, what the fuck? But anyway, so that's really it. I'm Kevin signing out. I'll see you guys later.
And Gavin and Alec.
Oh yeah, totally forgot about you guys.
Totally forgot about you
Oh.
guys.
That's
But I love you guys.
Alright, so that's it. We'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
See you guys.
Bye.